What up, YouTube? It's your boy Detroit Love with another video. Today we're going to get the audio and the video, all the visuals, all the sounds, all set and put in place. Let's get it started. One thing I omitted from the controls series is that when I say that both sides have to be identical, that includes the joysticks as well. Welcome back to the series, guys. This speaker bar is made by Dale. This is one of the best solutions out here for these modifications. It's about $35 or so. You can get them, sometimes you can get them cheaper. They can be refurbished, but it doesn't matter. They're going to work perfect. Sometimes I get them as low as $24. But this is one of the best solutions. It's made to, it's designed to mount to the bottom of a monitor. And so it has this little clip here. So you just got to get this thing off. Just use some needle nose pliers. And you got to wrestle with it a little bit, but it's no big deal. Anybody can do this. If you got a Dremel tool or something like that, you might, a saw, you might be able to cut that off a little faster, but it doesn't take that long. Just a little bit of elbow grease, and I tell you, this is one of the best solutions, because when it's mounted on the top of this cabinet, it's almost invisible, but it's accessible right there on top. You can get the controls right in front of you. It just blends into the black top, so this by far is one of the better solutions that you'll find out here for speakers. So I highly recommend that you use this speaker bar. It's incredible. Everybody loves it. The sound is rich, it's sleek, and almost invisible. So man, that's the way to go. So just got to trim up these tiny little pieces just to make sure there's nothing jagged. And it may look a little rough here when it's done, but believe me, this thing looks really nice on the top of the cabinet. So this speaker will take 2 full strips of the Velcro. I tell you, this Velcro, man, is outdoor grade, extreme outdoor. This will not budge. I mean, when you put this thing on here, it's like cement. So there's 2 strips I use. Now, I don't know if you notice, the top of this board, Arcade1Up has been starting to use a different sticker. It used to be a wider sticker. Now they have this a much narrow sticker, and they don't put it on straight. I used to line up the Arcade1Up logo, so that's above the speaker. But the whole point here, you just want to get this as even on this board so it looks nice. The sticker may not be centered or anything, so that's the challenge, to make this thing look nice. But once you put this in place, it will not budge a centimeter, millimeter, nowhere. It's like it's cemented on there with this extreme tape here. And if you're real anal about this, remember this is Velcro, so you can keep the sticker on the bottom affixed and make minor adjustments by removing the speaker off and adjusting it slightly in any direction, so you can get this perfect as much as you want it to. Now here I actually forgot to film, or I forgot to hit record when I actually drilled the hole here, but I wanted to show you what I use to drill the hole, and it is the step bit. Just get it big enough so that the cables can go through. You don't have to make it big enough for the USB, the larger portion of the charging cable for the keyboard to fit through, because you can feed it up through the bottom. But you just want to make this big enough for those cables to go through. And what I really should have done, and which I usually do, is I usually take the Velcro, the speaker off, and get this hole as close to that speaker so you don't have to see it. But it blends into this letters pretty well, so it's not a big deal. But that's the preferred way to do it. Remove your speaker first, drill the hole as close to the Velcro strip as possible. That way the wires are not, the hole is not seen at all. But you also want to hold a box below this, inside the cabinet, to catch all of the debris from the drilling, so that you don't have your cabinet full of junk. And then you just simply feed these cables through, bring the charging cable up, plug that in. That has Velcro on the bottom of that speaker, that keyboard as well, and that'll Velcro nicely right there. It looks very nice and professional. One of the nicer portions from a visual standpoint on this cabinet, because these things they're both right there, handy. They stick on there. You can move this cabinet all around, and neither one of these things are going to budge. That's pretty cool. I just use a little braid tie just to tie those three cables up. There's three cables: the power, the audio aux cable, and that cable for the charger. Just so those things aren't moving around. That tie blend in pretty well with all the black up there, so you won't even see that. But you don't have to have this plugged in all the time. Just have it up there available so that when it needs to be charged, because the battery lasts a long time on these things, so you don't always have to keep it plugged in. But it's there, accessible when you need it. Perfect setup. The perfect size keyboard. It's definitely the way to go. This speaker and this keyboard setup is pretty sweet. Alright, so we're going to finish this thing up. Now you see the two USB controllers back there. I just took a piece of Velcro and put one piece on one side and the other on the other side, and that just keeps those things a little tighter together. Then when we bundle it up, it won't look so crazy back there with all those wires. Yep. Alright, here's a pie, and here's our cable. So we want to make sure this can reach. You got to think about the position of this. You want this in a place. Now it has Velcro, so you'll be able to take it off, but because you'll need to access this SD card from time to time, so you want to be able to pull it off. So how do you want it to be positioned? Do you want it to be this portrait or landscape? You got to think about where the cables are going to go. So you got to think about cable management. What's the best way to put this on here? With this way, about there. We'll just dry fit our video board. That's gonna have to go, have enough room for this to go. And this cable is a little long, so it should be able to go in a few different places. If that's there, see, this is why I like to get as much done before you get into this cabinet. So if I put this here, this cabinet, this can go on the side, it can come over here, you know, it can go right up there, you know, there's a few different things you can do. But if you're thinking about widening the monitor at some point in time, so you want to try and put it in the place where it most likely won't have to be moved. Your Velcro is going to maintain. So if we do it that way, I don't know if you can see with my arm in the way in that, but I think that's where we're going to put it. And so we're going to put this guy about right here. Now, are we going to put it this way? Is that what we said? Or are we going to do it this way? Because there's no way you can reach with this new Pi 3. There's really no way for this thing to for you to access that SD card with it mounted, period. It's just not going to happen. And our cable has enough room to fit, so that's where we're going to go, right there. So we just remove our sticky, our protector off the Velcro. And I have these little Velcro paper plastic things everywhere around this basement. So I take them off and just toss them, and I find one a month later. And you'll see sometimes they're cut because depending on where I use the Velcro at, I don't want to waste any pieces. So we're gonna do this one. Line it up near the bottom, about right there. That's good. All right. So that guy's not going anywhere. Now we're gonna put our video board on. A little tape here, just in this pattern. Nothing unique about this pattern, just that's the way I cut the tape. The one thing that is significant about the placement of this is the fact that this hole here, where I'm going to put the ground, I purposely put that sticky tape there at the back of that ground hole there, because I don't use a bolt or anything anymore. I just screw this into the Velcro, and that holds it perfectly fine. Between the stickiness and the nattiness of the product, it does the job without a problem. So I'm just going to remove this tape, the back plastic. And I'm going to put that. Now, before I mount this, I really should have checked that these cables can reach, because there have been some issues. As a matter of fact, I'm going to plug the cables in first before I stick it on. Okay, so we have 3 things I need to plug into this thing. It's going to be mounted this way. This longer piece is for your video. That sends the video through. So we just got to plug that in with the red to the left, and then this cable with the black, red, and yellow line, that's for the power to light up the screen. Alright, that clicked. And now we have to do the ground. And the ground, you can either use the little screw that came with it, or you can use the screw that, any one of the longer screws that's not being used. So we'll put this over here. Plenty of room. I'll go ahead and stick that now. Hope that's straight. Take the back off of this one. And just put it there. And that's not going to go anywhere. Shouldn't have to remove that at all, ever. So I don't want to forget to put my ground screw in. But we just want to make sure this metal and this little plate touch. Alright, let's put this through here.
That's not coming. That's not going anywhere. So now we want to plug in. Oh, now the issue I had with this cord previously. Remember in the previous video, I think the brain, I was trying to test this and it had a real funny looking end. What happened was when I pulled this off of the stock encoder board, it pulled the little housing container that this plugged into off, and so that's why it wouldn't fit, and that's why it looked so crazy. So I just had to pull that thing back off and then plug in, put that back on the encoder. So this will fit in there now, but I might have to take that down off the case just to make it easier to get to that. So that's something I can do at the last. So I have a whole video on setting this switch up, so I won't bother putting it here. Check it out. It'll be added to the series as well. So I'm just going to plug in the HDMI. Alright. And I want to get my sound in. This here is the my USB for to charge my keyboard. Plug that back in. Alright. So all 4 of the USB ports are in use. I need my speaker. Here's my speaker coming from the top. It goes in this in here. We'll worry about wire management later. And now I need power to my speaker. So I got this plug here. There's a short wire coming out the top somewhere that I can plug this into. There it is there. I think I'm going to have to plug in my actual power strip to be able to plug this in. So we have a light on the video, that green light there, that's on our video card. We have the Pi has light, so we should have some light on the front. Let's go around there. Alright, so we have a screen on the front.
Alright, so we got audio and video all set. So what's next? The reveal. We'll finally get this thing up and running and functional. If you made it this far in the series and have not subscribed or have not liked a single video, you're doing a disservice to yourself and everybody else, because I don't know you're here. I don't know you exist. I don't know you want to see the next video, and I don't know what you want to see in the next video. So like, subscribe, comment below, tell me what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, what you want to see next. You matter. What you think matter. I need to hear what you have to say. Do it right now. Click the button, all the buttons, like, thumbs up, everything. Let's keep this thing going.